Sergio Perez recently created headlines by suggesting that the team had started to hide things from him after the announcement was made that he won't be continuing in the team beyond this year. Racing Point's technical director Andrew Green has now spoken about the sequence of events following Perez's statement. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Racing Point surprised Perez didn't talk to them first. Andrew Green began by admitting that they are withholding information from Perez, but it is about next year's car. Those conversations are for next year's car, basically. We're not excluding him from anything we're doing this year. It's in our interest to have him as fast as we can get him for the rest of the season. We're in a fight for the championship. He then elaborated on why treating Perez differently is not good for them. It does us no good at all to start to treat him any differently, and we won't do that, and that's why we were surprised that instead of talking to us about any issues he had, the first we read about it is in the press. So that was a bit strange. Green revealed that they have spoken to Perez since that and explained how it was all a misunderstanding. But then when we spoke to him yesterday about it and asked him what it was he thought we were holding back, he realised that actually he was mistaken and we weren't holding anything back, and we were open until within hours before the announcement. He signed off by reiterating that any information that might be held back about next year's car shouldn't affect Perez's performance this season. One thing we won't be discussing, we won't be talking about, is what we do for next year's car. That doesn't prevent us from doing the job that we do now for this year. Fast feed. Renault's managing director Cyril Abitbol has confirmed that future driver Fernando Alonso is definitely keen on getting back behind the steering wheel. He added that you'll see him in action, but he can't say where and when exactly yet. Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko feels that they have to be realistic and they can now say goodbye to the world title. Former F1 driver Robert Dornbos didn't expect 3 failures in 9 races for Red Bull's Max Verstappen and added that Honda has always been conservative with developments, but now apparently they wanted more performance. Honda's Toyoharu Tanabe has, meanwhile, confirmed the countermeasures they introduced to mitigate these issues were working in Sochi. Former F1 driver Nico Hülkenberg has stated that Max Verstappen is a real class act both on the track and at the club. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner feels that Formula One mustn't be afraid to try something different. It would be interesting to test the reverse grid format in an invitation race or non-world championship race. The FIA and Formula One can confirm that between Friday 18th of September and Thursday 24th of September, 3,256 tests for COVID-19 have been performed on drivers, teams and personnel. Of these, 7 people tested positive. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff hopes his son will be interested in tennis or football or anything else he likes to watch, as F1 is too dangerous. Mercedes Valtteri Bottas has joked that maybe he was just playing games and wanted to start third at Sochi. And Ferrari Sebastian Vettel is not a big fan of the standing restarts because if you're on the good side of the track you have a big advantage. Should F1 organise a non-championship race to trial the reverse grid format? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula One.